Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Normal Shit.
Welcome back. Today we've got some news, a little bit of news coming from my world. I am no longer at my job at Parade, which the reason I tell you that right now is because we're talking about Married at First Sight today, and I was going to be interviewing the cast this week, and I did not because I'm no longer at my job. So I did get some spoilers ahead of time though, and I don't know. I just figured it would be worth discussing. We'll talk more about what happened there maybe like next week, I think.
Yeah.
But just what a week.
What a week. Lots of changes, but I genuinely think there are so many exciting things coming your way. Like I already know. And you just have so many skills.
Oh,
Like the world is your oyster for what you
thanks.
want to do. But we're excited because we can do a little more podcasting now.
We can do more podcasting, we can do more entertainment. Like if there are shows that you guys want us to talk about, like if there's anything you're excited about, let us know and we can like do our best. And we can do like a lot more pop culture overall, which I don't know about you guys, but that is what I like.
Oh, I love. I have been so into TV. I've got like 5 shows on rotation right now, like reality TV. So let us know what shows you guys are watching. Maybe we can add it to the rotation. We can be doing weekly updates on the things that we're watching. There are so many possibilities.
Yes.
Very excited.
Totally. But today we're going to do a little bit of a Married at First Sight like breakdown of the last 2 episodes. So
Yeah.
the finale episode in which it was decision day. Everyone made their decisions. And then the reunion.
And then the reunion. So it was like the final 2 episodes. And okay, let's start with decision days. First of all, I think the format is so funny how they do it, where they meet up in some random place and it's like, hello, Nikki. Hello, Sean.
I was like
awkward.
So at first, because this is my first season I've ever watched of the show.
Right.
So I was like going in blind a little bit. And like I'm used to, well, I guess at Love is Blind, it ends with the big wedding. And so I'm like used to something like that, I guess, which it makes sense it wouldn't be that because they obviously already had their wedding.
Yeah.
But like I was, when they first showed in like the episode before the finale, Tori and Felipe meeting up, I was like, oh, like that's just for a conversation.
Like that was like what everyone's gonna do. I know, it's so funny. And I guess I haven't watched it in a while. I used to watch Married at First Sight a lot, but I forgot that it's kind of an anticlimactic ending in a weird way. But like it's so, in a way, it's exciting because it's like, are they going to stay together or not? But for some reason, them just meeting up in a park and being like, hello, nice to see you.
When they have like a speech written down sometimes.
So I feel like we should go through our thoughts on the decisions.
So nothing was ultimately very surprising for me, I guess, like after having seen all these episodes. Earlier in the season, I really thought more of these couples could have worked.
I agree. And toward the end, I was like, uh-oh, we're going downhill a little bit.
I know. And like I think I asked you before, like how many of them usually like match at the end?
I think it's usually like none.
Oh,
but I could be wrong. I need to ask my sisters because I haven't watched both of my sisters watch it like religiously. Like I've never missed a season. I'm more like on and off with it. But as far as I know, most couples have not worked out.
Yeah. Because I know like long term, of course, it might be more difficult. But I thought like, because you're already married, I'm like, how bad is it to like effectively keep dating?
You know what I mean? Like, one question I had was is it basically like if they kept dating and then decide later they want to get divorced, or they stay together, decide later, does the show not like pay for their divorce? Because I kind of thought, oh, decision day, you've got to say no, because then the show will pay for it.
I bet it's an annulment for sure, right?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
An annulment is like if it's been quick, like when Britney Spears went and got married in Vegas and she got an annulment.
Oh, so you don't really have to like go through like dividing your assets and like stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think, but I don't know. And I'm also so sure that like Peacock's or whoever the production company, like I bet they had some sort of like really great like legal document prenup type thing for these couples, which would be like, because otherwise no sane person would go
totally. Well, sometimes I wonder, are they even legally married or is it just for the show?
I was wondering the same because a lot of the time, like for is it Let's Marry Harry? Is that what they called it?
Yes.
The Harry Jowsey show. They like said that they didn't file the marriage certificate because they didn't want to spoil the show. And I know for like Love is Blind. I think that's been an issue before.
Interesting.
But I
Okay.
know for Love is Blind, the way they do it, if I recall, is like they have a certain amount of time. Like if they get divorced before a certain amount of time,
Okay.
it gets covered. But if it's
Okay.
after like a certain number of years, I feel like it's like 2 years or something,
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
maybe.
interesting.
Because they want
Okay.
these couples to work. Like,
No, they
and
really
especially
do.
for that show, like it hinges on them somebody getting married at the end.
No, totally. I know. So for this season, we had two couples that stayed together. Is that right? And then,
Well,
but then
kind of.
like really one ended up. But should we walk through our thoughts on everyone?
Yes. Michelle and Cameron, cutest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Crying. Like I actually
Obsessed.
cried watching it. I'm so glad they stayed together. I got a little nervous because I don't know if it was just added drama, but he did throw out the like, I'm nervous we're not always going to be into each other. Or like, what if this becomes boring? It was something along those lines. And I was like, uh-oh, is this giving Felipe? I
I know. Felipe,
got
is it you?
I got really scared for a second, but he pulled it together and was like, "No, this is awesome." Also, I don't think we talked about Married at First Sight as of like a few weeks ago, but in the episode before this week's, he said something like, "Michelle is my dream girl." Because then, do you remember Mecca was like, "Well, is Michelle your dream girl? Like none of these girls are our dream girl." And then Cameron's like, "Yeah, absolutely. She's hot. She's funny. She has a great family. We have great conversation. We have tons of chemistry. She's absolutely my dream girl." I was crying. I had full
I
body chills,
know. He's
crying.
like the only good one.
The only good one. And I would hope that I'd be matched with Cameron. He's so sweet and cute, so
Right. Well, and like
wholesome.
unsurprisingly, the women are much less problematic, most of them.
Totally.
Um, but like they were so cute. I am obsessed with the fact that he proposed after like
Oh,
like
chills.
once like they were off camera and everything, just because he wanted to have that experience for them and like that memory. And I was like, ugh. And she
I
got a beautiful new ring.
giant, like I think it was a pear, and it
Yeah, it
looked
was good.
huge and shiny. He was like, "Did I do good?" What is that? I'm obsessed with them, and even just them coming to the reunion, like it was so cute. And I had a feeling they were still together because when they walked up to the aisle, they like held hands as they walked down toward the stage, and I was like, "Okay, yes, I'm feeling good about this." And she looked beautiful, of course.
Oh my God, she's so pretty.
She's so, and I love her style. Did you see? It was like a two-piece white set, and it was almost like a cape kind of. It was so. I
So
kind of want to
good.
look up where she got that. It was really
Yeah,
cute.
it was so cute. And her makeup was really good. She had like that
So
glittery,
good.
like bronzy, glittery makeup. No,
So
they're
good.
perfect. That was so the spoiler that I got was I got an offer to interview Michelle and Cameron because
Oh,
they were together still.
so you
And so
knew.
I was actually like, when I was watching it, I was confused because I was like, why wasn't I offered Beljolie and Mecca? But now it makes sense. But I guess it was still like, I
Yeah.
don't know, does it make sense?
Well, they're not together anymore, so I guess you wouldn't interview them together.
Yeah.
But
But like, I did
oh,
have offers. I think, I don't remember exactly who. It was a bunch of them though that I was going to be talking to. And I was super excited because I was like, I've been loving this show and I have many things. Like I was going to talk to Sean. Think of the questions we could have asked Sean. Oh my
oh,
God.
well, you know what? Our podcast someday is going to hit it big enough where we can interview Married at First Sight
Hell
people.
yeah.
You know, we're
Hell
manifesting.
yeah.
We're manifesting.
But no, I think they were literally the cutest. Michelle and Cameron,
My
so
favorite.
unsurprising that they were together. The most precious, sweet angel couple. When my note exactly was he proposed, shut the fuck up.
So cute and wholesome. And he said something else when they on their decision day when they kind of read the vows to each other. He said something like, I've never been so supported and so loved by someone, and I feel like I could do anything when I'm with you."
Well, and talk about a layoff being sometimes a very good pivotal moment in one's life.
Yeah,
Like she got laid off right after the show ended and
I
she was
know.
able to move with him and now they get to move to California.
I
I was
know.
like,
Sometimes
huh,
things just fall into place, even if it
sometimes the
feels bad.
universe is pushing you.
I know. I know. So you never, who knows what you're going to be pushed into, you know?
Yes. And well, Michelle talking about her hysterectomy really got me as well because
Oh,
I
I
know
know.
like I don't know if that hit me harder than maybe other people just because I've had like endometriosis issues and I kind of like really feel like I can relate to her.
Yeah.
But like her making the choice to have the hysterectomy, like she was so emotional and I'm
I
so glad she
know.
feels better.
I know. Oh, I thought that was so beautiful that she shared that. And I loved at the beginning of the season when she sat down with him and like told him about her health issues. And he was like, well, I'm so open to adoption. My sister's adopted and I love her more than anything. I'm like, it's just so perfect.
I know.
It literally is like fate. Like they fit together so perfectly. So yeah, I had chilled and I was crying when she brought that up at the reunion and they talked about surrogacy or adoption, which I just thought was
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Well, speaking of them being paired so perfectly, I thought it was extremely interesting that during the reunion they brought up that they almost paired Adam and Courtney.
Okay, can we talk about this for a second?
Adam was so mean.
Okay. Wait, I have so many thoughts. The first thought I have is how did they almost pair someone else? Because I thought everyone was chosen for that specific person, or did you just cast the show and then you're like, okay, now who should we put together based on the casting? Because that kind of bothered me a little bit.
Yeah, I think I listened to Dr. Lisa on the Vial Files a while back, which was really
Oh.
interesting. She like talked about their process and everything. And it was the way that, I mean, it sounded like there were hundreds, if not thousands of people that they sifted through. And so I think it was like, if I had to guess, it was like Courtney's pretty intense. You know how she said she was laid back? I was like, yeah, least laid back person ever. And you know who
Yeah.
else isn't laid back? Adam.
And they're very athletic. Like I feel like maybe that's why
Yes.
they were gonna match them, but I don't know
But
why
then
that bothered me because I was like, I thought you were matching for the people. You know what I mean? Like if you're not matching for the specific people, and you think that this could interchange between like, oh, these two could be together or these two. Is this really a matchmaking thing, or did you just cast a TV show and you're like, okay, who fits out of like this bunch? I don't
right.
know.
I mean, I do feel like they all to me seemed like good pairings, except for maybe Courtney and Nick.
Yeah,
That was
Courtney
the
and
one
Nick.
that was like the least
It was random.
intriguing. It
I
felt
don't even really
random.
understand where they got that. Like
Like
what?
I even thought Nikki and Sean, like I can see why they were paired.
Oh, I can totally see why. And they had moments that were good. Like, yeah, something was just
A
off.
couple.
Mostly not good, but a few good. Um, okay, yes, but then the reaction that Adam had to finding out he could
He
have
was
been
like,
paired with
I couldn't have lasted a week.
he,
And she's just back there, like silently, like tears streaming down her face.
he pops off and he was like, would have hated her, couldn't have ever been with her, wouldn't have even lasted a week, would have been divorced so fast, would have left the show after a week. She's also horrible at pickleball. I beat her 11-2 in the one-on-one.
I know. It was like, why is it about the pickleball? But literally, like for Marissa, why was it ever about her ability to play sports?
And then Kelsey, this reminded me of you. Marissa goes, yeah, I'm never going to care about sports because I'm a grown adult woman. Kelsey would say.
No, honestly.
She's like, of course I'm never going to care about the pickleball score. I'm a grown adult woman.
No, that's so funny. I mean, I felt really bad for her in that moment. Like I had a lot of feelings about Courtney, just like as a whole. Like I didn't love some of like the more political comments that she made, and I just felt like she was a little bit cruel towards Nick certain times.
Yeah, I think she's got a lot of growth. I don't think she's done a lot of like therapy. Like, I don't know if she's super self-aware as to like how she acts and what she wants and how she comes across. Like, there something was just a little missing, a little missing.
And yet she kept saying, Nick's not opening up. It's all him.
And I'm like, have you?
Yeah. And I don't know. They just were not a good match. But like when she said in front of him that she thought Adam was it Adam that was the hottest one?
Yeah, she said Adam was the hottest one.
Well, that's ironic now.
Because now Adam was like, hater, could never be with her.
Hater.
Would have left after a
Literally
week.
could never.
Terrible at pickleball. Don't like her at
Couldn't
all.
last week.
And also, dare I say, I think her husband was way hotter.
Oh, yes.
He's such a cutie.
Such a cutie. But Marissa and Adam as a whole, I feel like they got a ton of reunion time.
They got so much. My jaw dropped at a few things that were said during their portion. I don't even know where to begin with them.
Where I would like to begin is
His
he
outfit.
gave her a Ninja Creamy in a trash bag for saying no to their marriage. I was like, what could this be? Oh, a Ninja Creamy. And they can't even mention the brand name. Perfect.
So she could have more protein in her
He
diet.
was like, getting protein ice cream really changed my life.
As he's
You're gonna love
crying.
it.
as he's crying because they're divorced and his voice is shaky. And he's like, yeah, you're like such a vibe. So like, here's like a Ninja Cream if you want like a more protein packed dessert option.
No, it's so funny.
That was so funny. And then can we also talk about his speech he gave her where he's like, Marissa, you're such a vibe. You're legendary, phenomenal, and seriously so sick. And all I want to say is you're a vibe and a half. And he started it with you're such a vibe and ended you're a vibe and a half.
Well, she's very vibey. You know what I mean?
She goes, so well said.
See, that's why I was like, they actually could work. Like,
yeah, I know. At certain points, I was like, she's really come around. She's like, so well said, babe.
like I would have heard him talk and been like, oh my God, I simply cannot.
I
Like,
could not. I think she
my
was
brain
starting to
cells.
pick up on the lingo. Like she started, I think in her vibe or her vows, she said something about a vibe as well. It's like, oh, she's turning into him.
I think she was like maybe joking with him a little bit on that, but like
Maybe.
he would, but I don't know. I mean, she definitely was like playing into his shtick.
Oh, because her speech, she was like, so I'm going to full send it into a no.
Yeah, no, I thought that was so funny. I was like, hell yeah, girl. Because, yeah.
So funny. But they were emotional. Like you could tell they cared about each other, but I think ultimately it was the right decision.
Except that little fucker.
Okay, then.
Sorry, Adam, to call you a fucker, but this was fuckery.
Okay, so now we're at the reunion.
In the DMs of another girl the day he said no to their marriage.
Insane
Behavior. And I also thought it was crazy that they went and like hung out after.
I was confused. So
are you talking?
So there was a Halloween party they were both at, and then was that
there was something like I guess like a couple days after the whatever like
decision day.
The decision day, they hung out and like finished watching whatever show they'd been watching together.
Oh wait, I don't remember that. I wonder if I was not paying attention at that part.
Yeah, I don't remember like what other reason. I don't know if they like had stuff they had to pick up or something, but they like finished watching whatever show from a foot apart on the couch, they said.
Okay.
And so like they were friends. Like they were being very friendly. It was like fine. They were going to the same Halloween party and it was no big deal, but they were like they went to separate pre-games and I think at the pre-game.
Yeah, at the one she went to, there was another girl there that was like, "Hey, Adam DM'd me," and she shows her the time and date, and it was the day of decision day.
And so she was like, "Out of here!" Like that was, I mean, diabolical behavior,
insane. Honestly. And then they meet up again at some point, and he shows up with a hickey on his neck. Is that what the situation?
I don't remember the Halloween party or another time.
I think that was like, another time. He was like, "I want to take you out to dinner like later on." I don't know if it was like, let's check in on each other. Like, we're friends. Like, let's catch up. But he showed up with a hickey and she thinks that it was like a slap in the face. And he was like, I didn't even know I had a hickey. I don't like look at my body.
In the mirror. I don't like check out my body. And Dr. Lisa goes, yeah, you do.
I love that she said that. I wish that they had called people out more during the reunion because there were a few call outs, but I was like, no, I want the experts jumping in. Like, call them out. I want to hear what you have to say.
Right. No, I was like, yeah, that was a very funny moment though. Like really the hickey funny. And he was like, yeah, no, I don't look at myself.
I know. And then, okay, so then the other crazy parts were we find out that he slid into the messages on Hinge of another girl on the show, Tori. So another cast member who had also decided no on decision day. Adam slides into her messages on Hinge and goes like, hey, stranger, which to me feels very flirty. And he was like, no, whenever I see a friend on Hinge, I always say, hey, stranger, like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, maybe I could see that, but read the room. Like, that's weird. It would come across like you're hitting on her if you're on Hinge.
No, totally. That. I feel like it would have been like, I'm obviously a little out of practice, but I feel like I remember like when you would see somebody you knew on a dating app, you'd be like, wait, okay, should we match? Like, is it weird if we match? But like, if you did, I almost saw that as like you're like actually being like, hey, I do like you. I just like don't want to say that in person.
Yes,
so, like,
I agree.
It was a good way to like get that out there. So I was like, is he saying that to Tori right now?
That's what I think it probably was. And I'm assuming they didn't match because on Hinge, like the guy can send the message first, right? Without you matching.
Or I feel like when you hit I don't know. I mean, obviously, again, we're so bad at this. I feel like you can like and say like you can like comment on a
Yes.
picture, kind
So
of
that's what I
maybe.
assume. Because I at first I was like, wait, that means that she also liked him if he messaged her and no one's calling that out. But no, I think that he probably sent the first message with like a photo, like one of her photos responding to it. And
Yeah.
then like she deleted that. So I don't think that she did anything
Um,
wrong.
in his defense, I do think she would never play pickleball, so she would probably be a no for him.
I know.
Um,
In what
so maybe he
world?
really didn't think they would date because she simply would be terrible at pickleball.
That's a good point. Maybe it really was just a hey, funny seeing you here.
But it was just like him not reading the room. So many of these
Yes.
guys did not read the
You
room.
know, there's just a screw loose or something. Like something's just missing.
That man's outfit when he came out, I mean, he wore so many stupid outfits.
This was
Like,
the maybe the worst though.
it was just like, he's like, give me attention. Oh my God, please give me attention. Look at me. Look at
I
my dumb
know.
hat with pheasants.
It had the crazy feathers. It was like he wore this like straw hat with feathers coming out of it, and then a floral kimono and a sling because his arm was
Well, the sling was
injured.
because I actually wrote down, he said, this is not a direct quote, but these were all things that were said. When Dr. Lisa asked him what happened to warrant the sling, I got cooked. I was skiing and I just full sent it.
I just couldn't. I couldn't. I
It's and his outfit had like shorts. It was like a matching set with shorts and a sling and that dumb hat. I was like, what is happening?
it
Meanwhile,
bothered
like
me.
the women are in gowns.
No, it really is giving like I don't give a fuck. Like it almost feels insulting to everyone else. I don't know why or how, but I'm just like I don't get it. Like even just show up in like a t-shirt and jeans would be better. Like you
Right.
look so stupid and you look it's like embarrassing.
It was.
I wouldn't
And
want to.
Marissa looked beautiful.
She's stunning. She looks like Cindy Crawford. She's a freaking
Yes.
model.
I wrote that her teeth are so white
They're
to the
so
point that I'm
white.
like, I think they're hers though. Because usually when teeth are that white, they're veneers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. No, I feel like
But
they
I
are
was
her real
like,
teeth.
maybe she Zoom whitened the fuck out of them. Because I was like, how do you do that? Just like at home.
They
Like,
look great. And she had a great tan, her hair, just everything. It's glowing,
yeah, the
stunning, beautiful.
like gorgeous, like the blue gown on her, I really liked with all the sparkle.
So
She wore like cute outfits throughout. I feel like I was like clocking, I was like, I feel like she really likes Aritzia.
yeah, totally.
I felt like you and I had like a few of the same shirts as her actually. But
Probably. Wait, that's so funny. I didn't even
yeah.
notice that. And then the last thing I want to talk about with them is he brought a girl with him to the audience, live
Of
studio
3 months.
audience, his girlfriend of 3 months. And I thought they like let her speak, which was so interesting.
Which I
Um,
feel like they do that usually if it's like almost more of a moment to like defend somebody that really deserves defending. And I
mhm.
don't think that that was this.
It was so interesting. And then Marissa called it out and was like, you brought a girl here that you've known for 3 months to try to like defend you when no you knew no one else would have your back. And I felt bad for this poor girl. I'm like, she just met him a few months ago. She probably thinks he's like some normal guy she plays pickleball with and jet skis with.
They
And now she's
definitely
on,
play pickleball.
oh, you know, they probably haven't spoken much. They've just been playing
You've
sports.
just been playing ball.
You can't hear each other over the jet ski.
Yeah.
And when you're
No
across,
need to talk. And like he can't even see her back there. She might as well not even be there. She's not on the back of the jet ski.
like, would you want to
Um,
like rip it and like full send it in the audience tonight?
oh my
Married at
God.
first sight.
Well, and then she made the comment that like she didn't like watching the show. What was it like that she thought it was more real than she expected? Or like
I didn't understand really. She said a few things I didn't really understand. I think she
she
didn't
was
finish
like,
the season though. I remember that.
no. Well, I think she was like, the implication that I took from it was like that Adam was making it sound kind of trivial, which I understand from the standpoint of like not wanting to freak somebody out that you were literally married not that long prior.
Yeah.
And obviously the show still hadn't come out, so like you'd have to talk about it. But I think he maybe like kind of like made it sound less of a thing than it was.
I could see him doing that.
And so then she was kind of saying like, "Oh, I didn't really think it was a thing." And then I watched it, and I was just, and then she said she didn't finish it because it was like a lot for her.
Interesting.
And to me, that was like, oh, it was a lot because like they actually really liked each other,
Yeah, that would
and
be
they
hard to
were
watch.
very romantic in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then the other doctor, what's his name? The male doctor,
Oh shoot, I
therapist.
don't know.
He was like, yeah, no, you can't say that about us because we tried really hard. We tried to match these people really well, and you're making it sound like it's fake.
I could see that though if he like said something along the lines of I was on this stupid reality show, like they gave me some stupid edit that wasn't even real, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then watching it, she's like, "No, that actually looks like you were married, and that actually looks like you liked each other." So I
Yeah,
did feel kind of bad for her. I felt like she was a little bit thrown off, like she didn't
yeah.
know what to do.
Somehow I don't know that it'll last,
I don't think so,
but it
unfortunately.
depends on how good she is at pickleball.
She must be
Um,
good if they've been dating for
no,
3 months.
honestly, Tori and Felipe. I mean, I'm just glad that she said no.
So glad. She deserves so much better. She's gonna
Like,
marry like a football player or something. Like
no, she's beautiful.
she's so beautiful. Yeah, she's gonna be fine.
And like, I genuinely understand why they were matched because I think that if he had done a lot more work on himself as a person at this point, they really could have, like, personality wise, I really see it.
I
Like,
do too. And they had
and like,
moments you could see
yeah.
where they had chemistry.
And like, they really, like, physically, I think, liked each other. Like, there was a lot there. But I really think he was just like, had that commitment issue situation going on that was so bad.
So bad. So basically, they left us on a cliffhanger like a few episodes ago where she was like, Felipe just dropped this bomb on me. And it turned out on decision day, we find out that he told her he constantly has thoughts of cheating on her
Every day.
every day. So what did you
And like
expect
the
her to
guys,
say?
though, I did appreciate, like, the guys were not standing up for him on that. Like,
No, you can't. Like,
no.
who's gonna be like, oh, that's my man?
I felt like he was like confused about why she got so upset when they were in the house.
Yes,
Like
and he
the
still didn't get it.
No, because she got upset because they were playing like a game where they said who was the most. It was like who's the most likely to cheat or like who's the most.
Yeah, and it was to stir the pot for some reality TV.
Totally.
But
But he kept getting picked for all the
getting
really
picked.
bad ones.
Yeah, it was like who's most likely to leave, who's most likely to cheat.
You're like pick up in the middle of the night and never see you again.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like Felipe.
Yeah,
He's like,
they
hell
basically made it
yeah.
like a drinking game. It was like 3, 2, 1, Felipe.
And he's like, woohoo, I will leave you in the middle of the night. Are you kidding?
So
Of
he was
course
like
I would.
playing into it and like getting a little too excited that he was chosen every time, which I think was just him loving to be the center of attention and like be the life of the party. But also, I think he does like that persona and has really like leaned into it and loves to talk about how much girls hit on him and how he owns a restaurant and there are always women around and he stays out really late with all these women. Like he loves that vibe and that identity. And I think he was playing into it because he likes that. And she was like, I don't like that you like that so much.
I think it like really threw it in her face how everybody else perceived him too. And it like kind of validated maybe for her, like that she'd been thinking that he was such a playboy or whatever. But maybe she's like, no, if everybody else sees it, like I'm not crazy. He's actually bad.
Yes, I agree. But I think that's what he thought it was only about the perception of everyone else. And she was like, no, I don't like how much you're loving this Playboy identity.
He's like
Why
proud.
why are you so proud of it? Essentially. Like I think it was also partially like, damn, everyone else sees it too. I'm not crazy. But I think she was like, I could get past what everyone else thinks as long as it wasn't true. But I think it's so true because you're loving it and like you're
Yeah.
leaning in so hard. And I think that's the part he missed.
Yeah. Like if he had said, because I think she said, like, if you'd like cut them off, like set a boundary type thing. Like if she had said to them, or if he had said, like, hey, this is funny, guys, but like that's not like what I'm trying to be. Like
Totally.
I appreciate it, but like I really like Tori and I don't want her to.
Yes, totally. Or even if everyone's playing and he's just like, okay, guys, ha versus standing up and be like 3, 2, 1.
Or like even like whispered to her and was like, hey, I'm sorry this is happening. Or like,
Yeah. Like you can play
whatever.
along, but not. I think he played into it too hard where he was like loving it versus just being like, haha, okay, guys, like next question. Like I think there was a different way to go about it.
No,
maybe.
totally. It was not great. Who else we got? We got because I feel like, is there anything else to say about
I don't think so. They're both going
I'm
to be moving on, but I did see on TikTok a lot of girls have seen him on dating apps like before the finale came out, so they're like, well, I guess they don't work out because Felipe is all over Hinge
He's
right.
out here.
Also, I found out his parents own the restaurant that he owns. So like him really bragging about being a restaurant owner was a little bit
A little
um
nepo.
yeah, he's an Nepo baby. Oh, can we talk for 1 second about how his mom was in the audience and she was like, I love Tori. Like, I'm here for both of them. And I was like, oh, that really shows you. I feel like she kind of knew her son was the problem. Like, she was really
Yeah.
like, we wish this worked out. We love Tori and really sorry about all this.
Can you imagine if you had a son and they were behaving like that?
Oh, I would be ashamed, even though it's not his mom's fault. Obviously, like, he's a grown man, but like,
Well,
it does
is it
suck.
though? Because I feel like there's definitely a lack of respect there for for women that like
Yeah,
was not addressed in some way. Like it's just like
maybe.
simply inappropriate for him to talk to her the way that she did all the time
Oh,
or the way that he did.
horrible. As a mother, I would be so embarrassed. And I think that
Right.
was her way of being like, I love Tori, where I'm here for both of them equally. Like, I wish it worked out. I did feel like that was really her being like, I know my son's the problem and I'm not fully taking his side. Like I get it.
No. Tori was an angel, a beautiful
Angel.
angel who loves hot pink lipstick.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna comment on that.
And that's her journey.
And that's her journey and her choice. And I have nothing to say.
And we support women's choices.
Mhm.
Devin and Caitlin.
Oh, where do we begin?
I this is the like I'm more on his side,
Oh.
weirdly, for this one.
Okay, wait, tell me.
Well, I do believe she was acting inappropriately again at the group trip.
Like flirting with Mecca.
Mm-hmm.
I need to rewatch that scene because I
Well,
feel like
Mecca was being disgusting, but that's
oh, we'll
because
get
he was
there.
like, yeah, I don't know. They were like all really close together, and he was just like watching this. And I think he already knew, like, I don't know. I feel like she did not do enough to like prove her feelings for him.
Yes. So I feel like Caitlyn has problems opening up, it seemed
Yeah.
like, and she didn't know how to initiate like
Yeah.
intimate time or
I think
open.
she felt awkward.
Yes, she was just giving awkward, but I really feel like she wanted to open up and was like scared. Like you can tell she's probably been traumatized in
Yeah.
some way by past relationships. But I could see how she was like, no, I scratched your back and like held your hand. And that was me trying to like show you that, like
Hey, let's get it
initiate.
on.
Yeah. But he was like, how the hell does that mean that? How would I know that? But to her, that was like a big step. She's like, I don't usually reach out and like touch someone's hand. I don't usually scratch someone's back.
Yeah.
So I think it was just I don't know,
Well,
like mismatch.
the question that I wrote is, do you think that they would have worked if they'd gotten to meet in real life? I think Dr. Lisa asked something similar. Like if they had met outside of the show, didn't have to be on this crazy timeline, could take their time, like really getting to know one another. Do you think they could have worked?
I just don't like him that much. I'm going to say no. I think she can do better. I think they maybe would have dated for like a minute, but I don't think
Yeah.
they would have gotten anywhere. I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like they could have worked. I
Hmm.
think like I think he was actually like pretty ready for a relationship.
I agree.
I hated his hair, but that's not
Yeah.
a reason not to be in a relationship, I suppose. But like I could never with that hair, you know?
I agree. I'm with you on that one.
But like for her, it seemed like from their wedding, they were the ones that I was really like, oh, they'll work.
Oh, yeah. At the wedding, I thought the same thing. Like their families blended really nicely. They were having so much fun together, but she wasn't the same throughout the whole season. Like she wasn't as relaxed. She wasn't as open as the wedding day. But I did get a little bit of a bad vibe from him during that scene with Mecca. It was like a shot from above. Like you could tell it was like the hidden cameras or whatever. And he kind of got in her face and was like a little too close
Yeah.
and was like pointing or something like aggressively. And I was like, I don't like that. Cause if you're in front of
No.
people getting up in a girl's face and she like got off the couch, like hopped over the back of the couch to like walk away. And Belle was kind of like pulling him back, like, hey, like you're being aggressive in her face. I don't know if you remember that, but
I
that
do,
bothered
yeah.
me because I was like, and he's like a rugby player, which obviously doesn't mean that he's like abusive or anything, but I was like, he might naturally be a little more aggressive. And then I
Or
saw
just
him
like
getting,
have, yeah, like
he's got,
aggressive tendencies.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Like
then seeing
even if
him
it's
get up
just
in
like
her
yelling
face.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
But I don't like that. I don't know. That gave
No.
me red flags. And I was like, mm. And then I saw he walked in the JCPenney fashion show last week. And I was like, you're just here for clout.
That's so funny. I
Did you not see that? It was something about men, like we I don't know, something about gentlemen, and like he had this rose and he like walked down the runway in his JC suit.
That is so crazy. They were like, I feel like they were fine. Like, I knew they weren't going to say yes because of like the way that everything went, of course. But like, I think that there could have, I don't know. I also understand why they were paired.
Yes, I feel that. I agree with you on that. I I'm glad they're not together though. And she
And I
said she has
think,
a
yeah,
man now,
I know.
so that's exciting.
Her faces during so much of this, they kept like showing her reaction shots because she was just like letting it rip.
I loved
Like
it.
she was disgusted with these men.
I loved it. She really was the one at the house who was like going up to these boys being like, I heard what you said. That's so cool, blah, blah, blah. Like I was like, you go, girl.
Um, like for example, so with Nikki and Sean, what a couple. Um, I wrote that Caitlin was laughing while Sean was describing that he does not have passion for Nikki. And it's like, well, yeah, you don't fucking have passion for her because you guys said no for the wedding. Like we
Right.
know. Why are you
Right.
reiterating to her that you don't feel passionately? And
Right. He I can't stand him. I cannot stand him.
no, no. It's and I'm not surprised that both of them are still single.
I'm not either. And it makes me sad because I
Yeah,
actually think they both deserve, I think everyone deserves love, but like
absolutely.
I feel like the show could be a good opportunity to like do some self-reflection and see yourself from another point of view. And I think that there's a lot of room for growth. And I don't know if they've done that. They're both very stubborn, and I think that's where they clashed. And
Exactly. Like I think that like, I don't know. There was a lot of like the physicality stuff was really bad. And I thought that like the sex stuff was terrible.
yo,
It was disgusting. Like all of the guys I liked, they like very openly disagreed with Sean's comments around sex, like specifically that it was her wifely duties to take care of his needs.
literally barf.
But then when
Literally
they
barf.
did hook up, when okay, first of all, I think I texted you when they like because for them they got the most like hidden camera footage, I feel like.
Yeah, I know.
But he like comes out of the bedroom with his robe like wide open. Just like nudie. And he's so proud because he
I would
finally
chill.
had his needs tended to.
Ew, 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 ew. I can't with them. I cannot. Okay, so what thoughts do we have about I'm trying to remember their decision day was very awkward.
Super.
Oh, yeah, they were on like a rooftop and she wore like a fur coat and he was like, "Can I hug you?" And she's like, "I didn't know if you'd want to hug me with how we left things off." Oh, it was so awkward.
It was bad. Yeah. I mean, they were again, no surprise that it wasn't going to work after all that. Like, there were moments where I was like, well, maybe they could turn this around.
No, I know. A few episodes ago, I was like, "Oh my God, they might make this work."
They might make it. And even after the nudie robe incident, they really seemed like things were moving in the right direction.
Did they ever say what happened in the room?
Just physical stuff.
Okay, we didn't get
I
specifics.
don't think I wish we got specifics because I'm nosy.
I know I'm so nosy, but I'm also like, maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah. But I loved that she was like, I don't have anything nice to say.
This is where I'm like, girl, you are just as stubborn as he is. Like, both of them can be stubborn and very like know it all. Like, they like to throw out big words and be very wordy about their blah blah blah. Like, they're very similar. So I kind of understand how they were matched, but I'm also like, you're a horrible match because you're so similar that both of your worst qualities are like fighting with each other.
Totally. I mean, they were like, I loved that they brought back up her, I don't know, when she got up to the aisle and she thought that he was the officiant. She did not have a very good answer for that to me.
It was exactly what I thought happened, where she walked up and thought that he was an officiant. That's exactly what I
But why
thought.
would she think that when he's standing where the groom would go?
Yeah, that's true. He should have
And
been, he would have been facing the other way. But I think she really
right.
was like, this can't be my husband. I'm looking
No,
for
I
like
think
a
she was
hot,
like,
tall, sexy man.
yeah, like, hello, where's my hot, tall, sexy man?
Yeah.
Clearly.
No, I know. And she kind of insinuated that. She was like, he wasn't necessarily like my physical type, so I wasn't expecting that to be my husband. Maybe she said something along those lines, but I think her overall explanation was I thought he was the officiant.
I mean, I fully understand and respect why she had the ick for him.
Oh, I completely understand.
Like, not like at first, I was actually like, I don't know, like when they were on their honeymoon and they were arguing and stuff, I was like, no, I think they're just miscommunicating.
Yeah,
But then he did say so many, like,
it got worse throughout.
and there was the comment, they brought it up in the reunion as well about how he made some negative comment about Michelle because Michelle kind of came at him for, I don't remember exactly what, probably
Oh,
something extremely valid. And he said something like,
he said that he thought Michelle was settling because Cam didn't make as much money as she
yeah,
wanted. So he was like, ultimately, this might not work out because you're settling. But it was
and
kind of
yeah,
a clap back for something Michelle had said about them not being compatible. I think it was something like that.
yeah. No, I agree. I think it was very
Immature.
extremely immature, which is funny because he's like 50.
Yeah. And he's like a doctor of something.
Yeah, I think he's like a PhD doctor, not like a medical
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah. But I
His
forget what it was.
apartment also gave me the ick.
Oh, me too. And she was like, I'm kind of surprised because he puts himself together so well. Like he does look very well groomed, nice. Like he cares about his outfits. And then you go into his apartment and it was giving like 20-year-old frat boy
It
empty.
really was. No, because
Yeah.
he does wear like nice clothes. He's well groomed. He like
Yeah.
looks like he probably smells like cologne all the time.
Yeah, totally. He looks very classy. And
And
his
like so does she.
oh, she totally does. But her place gave
Oh,
her home
gorge.
gorge. She's bougie and I love it. She's so beautiful.
When she said you couldn't poop in the downstairs bathroom, I was like, Nikki, how do you police this? Like,
I love it. She's kind of a nut, but she was fun to watch.
she's so nutty. They both are so nutty. And I
I
think
know.
that's like why they are unfortunately in the position that they are is like they're not very willing to settle or like budge on
Yes,
things.
the stubbornness is what's going to keep them stuck. They're not willing to, what's the word, compromise on anything.
No, even where somebody poops.
Didn't
Like, girl, least of your problems. Let's.
you feel like the way they spoke to each other was very like therapy? It would be like, I prefer that you didn't do that. And this is the way I like things. And I understand where you're coming from. But I'm like, oh my God, we can't have a relation. Like, this can't be real life.
I understand why you would want to use the powder room on the main floor. However, it is my preference that you go upstairs to the secret hidden one.
I know, but like you can't talk like that in a real, at least for me, I would literally die if I had to speak like that
I
all the
know.
time to
I
feel
do
like
feel
I
like
was
that
being
was
understood.
like the therapist trying to get them to like,
Communicate.
yeah. And it did help, but that's
Yeah,
exhausting all the time. And like, of course, there are
exhausting.
little like tidbits from that I think anybody in a relationship can take. Like, just
Yeah,
making sure that you're like clearly communicating like your why behind things or whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot. I would also be like,
Not for me. The last thing that I want to talk about is her mom at the reunion and the whole blow up around her mom. What did you think about that?
I mean, wait, what specifically about the blow up? Like what
Do you
just
remember they all got in a huge fight because they were like, Nikki's mom is here, and then she was like, I wish that their what did she say? I wish it had worked out, or I wish you had been better to my daughter. And then Sean was kind of like, I understand that you think that, but like I was kind of like I think I did the best that I could, and I'm sorry that you weren't able to see that or understand. And then she was like, don't you dare speak to my mom like that. Like she popped off at him. I was like, oh my God, I can't
no,
imagine
that
being
was a
around.
lot.
It was
Well,
a
and she was
lot.
so protective of her mom too
Yes, I think
throughout.
that's what happened. And then in that moment, it was like a live reaction of her being protective of her mom.
Yeah, no, that was very like her mom seemed sweet. And it's like, of course, she wants, like, I would be horrified if I had a child who was told to fulfill wifely duties. And
Yeah, agreed. Her mom was very polite, all things considered.
all
Like
things
she,
can, I mean, also her daughter is 45 or whatever. So
yeah, she's kind of like, I guess sorry didn't work
take
out. Like,
care of herself. Like,
yeah, no, you're right. That's true. But Nikki was so protective of her mom and she didn't like the apology Sean gave her mom and basically like popped off at him and was like, you better say I'm sorry to my mother. Like, you don't speak to her. Don't you tell my mom that like whatever she thinks isn't the truth. Like, I don't know. I don't even know exact. And then Nikki was like, experts, like, get in here. Like, come on, what do you have to
She
say
kept being
about
like,
this?
shut him up.
Yeah. They were like, can
Make him
you?
stop talking. Yeah.
And then it ended
Which,
with, can you just say one nice thing about each other? And she's like, no.
no, I do think like with, I don't know. They're bad. They're just bad all around. I think
Bad.
they were just wrong. Every single thing about them was wrong.
Yeah,
And I think like her even, well, I do think though, like with him specifically, her saying to shut him up, I bet that went on for so much longer than it, because it
probably.
already felt long when we watched it on the show. And I can
No, I know.
guarantee they cut out several minutes of all of this from every argument.
Totally. I agree with that. I also saw some TikToks of at least two other girls saying that they matched with Sean on dating apps before this show ever happened, and he asked them to go on TV shows with him. Like he was like, "Hey, I got cast to be on this like Oprah Winfrey like dating show. Would you want to go? You seem like a perfect fit. Would you want to go on with me?" And another girl commented on that and was like, "Wait, are you talking about Sean? Like he did the same thing to me with like he said he was in the audition process and needed a girl. So apparently he might be a serial reality show
Him and
wannabe."
Nick, twins.
I know, literally. Is
Which
that
I
not
actually like
weird?
wasn't that bothered by Nick for some reason in
Yeah, because
that.
he's cute and sweet, and we're letting him get away with some shit that we shouldn't
Well,
be.
he
But
just like wasn't openly rude too. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, wait, he actually might be trying. Who knows? Hard to say. Um,
Yeah, totally. And Sean just, something is irking me about him. But anyway,
well,
glad
yeah,
they're not
for both of
together.
them. I mean, I couldn't be in a relationship with either.
Nope, me either.
But Beljolie and Mecca,
Oh boy. Okay,
I
what are your
was so like
thoughts?
I said, I was stunned when they said that they said yes because I had heard or had been asked to only interview Marissa and Adam, or not Marissa. Whoa,
Oh, I knew what you meant.
Michelle,
Michelle and Cam.
Michelle and Cam. Different. But no, I was mad. Like when she said yes, I was like, girl, you
I
are
know.
disobeying your soul right now.
And she knew you could see her going back and forth in her head. Like you could see the wheels turning and she didn't know what to do. I think she just genuinely really liked him and just knew he wasn't treating her how she should be treated, but she wanted it so badly to work. And I saw a lot of really cute moments with them. Like you could tell that
Totally.
they had a great connection, but he just wasn't treating her how like 100% how
Like,
someone should.
am I insane? But she's beautiful.
Oh,
And
she's
they are like
stunning.
the same level of attractive to
Oh,
me. Like,
I completely agree. I think he said he likes thicker girls.
well, and then what was the comment somebody made? It was like one of the other girls was like, well, do you think she could like get there?
And he was like, not in this area. And I was like, what area are we I'm still confused what area they were like, because Adam was like, oh, you want her to have big tits? And he was like, sure. And I'm like, is that not, did he mean an ass? Did he mean thighs? Like, I don't exactly know what
But
area we're speaking about right now.
I also feel like in the modern era, anything is possible if you just pay for it.
Yeah, totally. Yes, that's true. But I think he was also kind of saying, like, I could never ask her to do that. Like, that's almost worse than me. Like, I already feel bad about having this preference and I shouldn't tell her. And I also can't go to her and be like, hey, would you ever want to get a fake ass and fake tits for
I
me?
mean, so fair. He should never say that. But then he
No.
also should never tell her that when his first thought when he looked at her was that she wasn't good enough for him.
That was one of the most insane comments. Did you feel like he meant it to be so bad, or is he just so stupid he didn't realize how rude that was?
I feel like they were drinking. I think they were
Okay,
probably at that dinner for like 6 hours. And
you're probably right. Because
like, yeah.
in the edit, it doesn't seem that long, but you're right. It's probably so much longer than what we actually see. Yeah, so that was rough. And I don't think she ever got
No.
over that comment. And that comment was one of the first things to make her realize, oh,
Well,
this might not
yeah,
be for me.
early on too. He
Early
said
on.
like, you're more physically attracted to me than I am to you. And I was like, fuck right off.
Yeah. So it just added up. And then the next thing being, you're pretty sure, but are you pretty enough for me? No. Or to me. I don't
Ugh.
even know the difference between are you pretty enough for me or to me. Both of those are bad.
Or for me, I think it was.
Are you pretty enough for me? No.
Because like
And
he's saying he's so hot, so beautiful.
oh, is that
That
what it was? I thought he meant just like, oh, that's
that was the
worse.
implication that I took from it was like, well, I'm this good. So like why would I be with somebody that's and
Ooh,
again, I'm like, they're the same level of attractive to me.
totally.
Like they're both cute. Like they're
They're
both
both
attractive
really
people.
cute.
Like they have very same wacky ass style. that I don't
Yes.
personally subscribe to, but like that's fine if they want to do that. And that's cute if they like found each other and they both like to wear rhinestone
Yes.
everything.
No, I agree. And then I was cracking up because then at the cabin that they all went to together, she finds out that he said that I want a thicker girl, or it turned into I want a girl with bigger tits, but he didn't technically say that, but like we all assumed it was that. She finds out and she was like, well, I didn't want a guy who paints his fingernails, but I wasn't going to say that. I was like, that's
Fucking hilarious because I that also again different strokes for different folks. I'm not into that either.
yeah, but it was just so funny. She's just like, I'm better than him, but like, trust me, there are things I don't like too. I wasn't gonna say
Right,
it.
right. No, that's why he was like just so unaware in a way that I thought was like very strange.
Yeah, I agree. Something was off. He wasn't totally understanding when he was being rude. Um,
And I mean, I did think though when they were cleaning that porta potty together that this could be love.
yeah, same. I was like, oh my God, she's like loving this and loving being with him and not complaining. And she thinks it's so like she was like attracted to him in that moment. I was like, oh my
Well,
God.
I was like impressed by him too. I was like, this is great that like he's got this wonderful business. It's kind of like embarrassing in quotes or whatever, but like it's working really well for him. He's a hard worker.
Yeah.
Like this is amazing. Like
Yeah.
good for him. And and like she was so supportive. Great. I can see why that would be attractive to like,
Yeah.
you know, have somebody who's like willing to work so hard. And then when he bought her gifts, I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, so sweet. She was like loving it. I feel like that was the moment she was like, it's gonna work. We can make
Oh
this
yeah, didn't he
work
get
out.
her like a cute purse?
Oh my God, yeah. I think it was like a little Marc Jacobs purse or something that was
Mm-hmm.
really cute. And like
It was
maybe
like pink.
yeah, it was like a pink purse, maybe something else. But she was like, no one's ever gotten me gifts before. I think she said something like that. And I was like crying. I was like,
No, I know. It was that, yeah. I like, again, I didn't want it to work because of those comments.
because we know she can do better. Like she deserves better, but I don't blame her for trying because they
I
had
know.
cute moments.
They had
He's
so
just
many
too
good moments.
stupid.
It was, yeah. And like, I don't know. I guess like, is it, a question would be like, is it even okay to be feeling that way and be in that relationship?
What do you mean?
Like, would it be okay? Like, even if he didn't ever make the comments about how he thought he was more attractive, like if he's still having those thoughts, like, is that still
Mm.
okay? I
That's a
don't,
very good question. I kind of thought about that too because I'm like, sure, it sucks that he said that stuff, but if he's thinking it, maybe it's for the best that you know he's thinking it because
yeah.
you don't want to be with someone who thinks that, right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would be so like if Brett ever thought for some reason I would be shook to my core.
No, I
Like,
know. So maybe for the best that he was stupid and said those things because she needed to know.
she needed to know. Yeah, but they're I hope that they got their divorce paid for.
Yeah, I hope so too. And it sounds like they only lasted a few weeks longer than decision day, so maybe it was within the time frame of
Of a nice little annulment.
a nice annulment.
Well, I loved watching this season. I feel like
Great TV.
it was wonderful. Wait, one last question.
I'm sorry,
Do
I'm recording
you
the
think?
podcast. It's
Oh,
okay.
hey, Mike.
Do you want to come
Um,
on? No, he's gone. He's always
Well,
so scared of the podcast.
that's okay. That's okay. One day when you're married, we're gonna make him because that'll
We
be
will.
part of. Yes,
We
that's
will. Maybe
forcible.
after the engagement, I'll make him do an episode with me.
Oh, absolutely. And I would love to come ask all the questions.
I
Make him
know.
really open up.
Because we have to get his
Um,
perspective on it too.
1,000,000,000.
Okay.
No,
Anyway,
okay. But
what
the
were you gonna
question I was
ask?
going to ask that I think is like just one that I've heard come up a lot with people. There are a lot of people that think that the guy should always be more obsessed with the girl or like the girl more. Do you subscribe to that?
Okay, that was something I was taught from an early age by my mother. So that has been instilled in me. What was the question for it to work? Does that need to
Yeah,
be
like do you
true?
think it always has to be that like he is more into you than you are into them?
I don't think it always has to be that way, but I do think that there is often an imbalance one way or the other. Like it's hard to find a very equal relationship where you both like each other the same amount or like are obsessed the same amount.
Right. I think that that's I really think that Brett and I are like the same level of like into each
Really.
other. I really do.
Aw.
But like I was with a guy many years ago now, I guess. But like he was too obsessed with me and I thought it was disgusting.
Oh, well,
I
maybe
was like, you should get some better thoughts.
maybe you just didn't like him that much.
And we know I didn't because you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I can't think of who this is right now, but
Well, because they're kind of forgettable.
okay. Oh wait, yeah, I remember.
Mhm.
They are kind of forgettable. I totally forgot about him.
Mhm.
Whoa. Sorry,
But
dude.
that's okay. No, I always thought that it was I think that you kind of maybe also go in waves sometimes. Like there are
I was
times like
gonna say
moments where
that.
like
Yes,
you'll
I
be
was
like,
gonna
oh
say
my
the same
gosh,
thing.
like oh, you're so cute and so sweet. And like, but
Yes,
if
because
you never feel that back, I think that's a problem.
I agree. I feel like Mike is so sweet and always obsessed with me, and I go through waves of like, oh my God. And then I have moments where I'm like, oh my God, please don't breathe in my direction.
Right. But see, if he ever wasn't wanting you to breathe in his direction, I would be like, are you fucking for real right now? She's a
No, I
beautiful
know.
princess.
That's why it's really hypocritical of me. But yeah, so he's constantly obsessed and in love, and I always love him, of course. But some
Of
days I'm
course.
like, it depends on my cycle. If I'm like, oh my
Like
God, I'm
you're
in love.
breathing really loud.
Yeah, totally. And maybe that's just normal in any relationship. You're gonna have little irks and things.
Totally. I think
Um,
irks are the most normal.
yeah, especially living together, like little things will come up. But that is such an interesting question. I feel like, wait, with Cam and Michelle, do you think one of them is more obsessed than the other?
I don't think so. See, I think that they're pretty well matched.
Yeah, I kind of agree now that you mention it.
Like I
Oh,
think he adores her and
yes.
she back. Like I really think it's like a it does seem like pretty well matched and like it might even just be like, day by day like it maybe shifts like slightly in one direction or the other, but like
Yeah.
yeah. The others there was always one of the others that was more into like Sean was always more into Nikki.
Yes, completely agree with that one. I don't know about
But also
Marissa
because
and
she's
Adam.
hot.
She's hot. Can we give Nikki some credit here? She's freaking hot.
She's hot. She has a good job. She has a beautiful house. She doesn't have poop on her first floor.
She really cared about her style, like her
Yeah.
makeup. Like she just had it together. She looked good.
So good. But anyway, fabulous show.
Great show. I'm gonna
Um,
miss watching that every week.
I know. Well, let us know what we should get into next. I will be, now that I have so much free time, I will be scouring the different streaming platforms for something great to watch. And I'm sure I will come right back and talk about it. Um,
Yes.
but in the meantime, if you would like to support our beautiful show, please like and subscribe and follow and leave a comment. A review I've heard is very positive. Like those are all like little sweet free things that you can do to help us out in the algo.
Yay.
Um, and we do this for free, for fun, and
And for you.
and for you. And sorry we're late this week, but that's what you get when the show's on Thursday and your girl loses her screeners.
This was great though. And someday we're manifesting in the future, we are going to be able to interview the people that we're talking about on these
Yeah.
episodes because
I
I
would
think it would be so fun to become a pop culture podcast where we can actually like the ultimate goal with normal shit was that we could have
when we
conversations and talk about normal shit with like celebrities, reality TV stars, whatever. So I think we're manifesting.
yes, and one day it'll happen. But yes, in the meantime, write us a review because we would love it. But
Yeah,
make it nice. Only leave a review if it's nice. I don't know
I
if I
know.
could take anything right now.
Yeah, please just be kind. This at least this week be nice.
At
Maybe
least,
if you have a bad review, save it for next month.
yeah, or keep it to yourself.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay.
All right. Thanks
Bye.
everyone. Bye.